So we are back to teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, that's
I thought that's what we are doing.
Totally. No, wait,
You
wait,
have
wait,
those
wait.
books? Yes. Okay. It is very essential that we do this meditation every day, because to obtain the Sambandha Gyan, it is not the physical body has to really do much. Physical body has to be engaged, but it is the subtle body has to dissolve. Physical body has to stay alive, but subtle body has to dissolve. Like a veil, veil.
Yeah.
Sheets. Like a layer.
For wearing or for bed?
No, for subtle body. Subtle body has like a veil. Like it's very fine covering.
Subtle?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But it's very. It lies between the soul body and the gross body. But in a very subtle, it looks like almost like when you think you are this body. Oh no, it won't work. Let me tell you this. Is this water bottle?
Yep.
Is this inside your body or outside your body? Outside
bottle.
you or inside you?
The water bottle is outside of me.
Is the cell phone, Prabhu, is outside you or inside you?
It's outside me.
Is that bag outside you or inside you?
Outside. This is a trick question.
Narayan Prabhu.
That phone is inside me.
That's mine.
You just can't see, like Super Soul.
So what's the answer?
The reason I asked that, because subtle body, generally we don't discuss so much. In 6th canto, 1st chapter, 52 verse or 51 verse, you can look at Prabhupada gives detail. Generally I never hear so details about the 16 elements the subtle body is made of. You generally think mind, intelligent, ego. Generally we talk like that, right?
Yeah.
Subtle body, mind, intelligent, ego, false ego, I mean, not the ego of the soul. But we don't talk so much. We talk about a lot of things, but actually most of the things that we talk in the Harikatha is all for the subtle body. It's not really for physical body. Even though physically we are here, I understand, you are seeing me with your eyes and I'm seeing you with my eyes, I'm hearing with my ear. So, just like, analytically you can study, like say for an example, I'm speaking, the air carries the sound vibration to your ear and there is a little drum, like this. When the sound hits, it magnifies to the brain. And then from here, even the modern science will explain you same thing, that when it hits the ear drum, they call drum. You know why they call ear drum? Because it has to magnify. Magnify to what? To record if it has a trace comfortable pre-recorded in the brain. If it is not pre-recorded, like Hiranyakashipu, when he heard the sound before Nrsimhadev appeared, you remember when he went with his fist, not club, fist. His fist must be to hit a pillar. I thought about it, but I didn't want to meditate on it because that's not our meditation object. Like, wow, you hit the pillar out of anger. You wanted to show no God, and there was an echo sound. It was so frightening. And Hiranyakashipu, through his mystic power, because he had all the mystic power more than any mystic yogi Brahmaji gave him, he searched out if any possibility of any sound within this universe exists what he is experiencing. He could not trace any sound similar to this. That's why he was little worried. What is it? What is it possible that I never experienced? Nobody can tell in the entire demigod, even Brahmaloka to hell, everywhere, they have a sound, just like we have sound here. He checked, he had the power to check everything in a second. He checked everything, could not find this. So then he was thinking, now question comes, what was that sound versus the sound that we have regularly? So if I make this sound and say you are lying down, you did not see there is a midanga. You never know you are here. Something like this, okay? But you heard this, well, this you may not know. Even this, say this, you'll think that some object he just hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will you have a fear?
No.
No, because you do not have any pre-record that this sound can kill you or something harm. You didn't. When Hiranyakashipu heard the sound, but he was worried. Of course, we know the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary that the elephants that hold the earth planet was holding four elephants. They ran away. Then the earth was just floating. Was very almost like ready to crash. So many things, inauspicious things started happening, even from the sound. Nishingadev didn't appear yet. He's about to appear, just before that. So the point was that sound, it made such a frightening, not because the sound is actually creating the frightening. It is not the object dictates us what it is. It is the perceiver, or in this case hearer, will calculate and cause himself frightening or happy, whatever the condition, if it is dictated by the brain. Is everybody with me? You know what I'm talking, right?
I think
It's
I missed it.
Okay, good.
But no, I missed it.
You missed
But
it.
I think I wasn't paying attention. So it's my fault.
Okay, who understood? You understood?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You hear a sound, or somebody hears a sound.
Any sense
Any
object.
sense object, and it has to.
It goes back to the ear.
Goes to the ear, and the
There is a drum,
yes.
ear drum they call. Even in America, ear specialist, whatever the name is, they call ear drum. So it is just like this drum. That's how the name came actually originally. They call in English, like a drum. Means the sound goes inside, then it hits a magnifying, amplifying call, right?
Like a drum.
Amplifying.
And
A drum.
Means it's make it louder. Amplifying.
Amplify.
Connected to
the
a
specific,
Or to amplify.
Is this an anatomy
Specific
class?
thing
Where?
is called
What is
the
it?
angle.
I know this
What-
stuff.
I'm still
We're not
what's the angle?
fighting for the English word. So then brain dictates what the sound is, how you should react.
Previous impression.
Yeah.
you mean like happy, sad,
Like if you hear an ice
fearful,
cream truck.
anxious, nervous?
Okay.
Like if you hear an ice cream.
Now I'm
you
saying,
automatically know that.
now I'm saying, so my point was, how in this case, when we experience things, is the object, sense object, dictating what it is, or
Previous impression.
no,
the
not
perception
enough?
of the hearer or the,
Huh?
or the person experiencing the object. The perception is what dictates
It's the
the
perception.
nature of
You can say calculation. There is conclusion. In order to calculate why I am afraid, if you calculate how this fear causes, not the object.
Would it be a past experience?
Yeah, but how?
From a past experience.
It has a pre-impression.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, and then it dictates the
It dictates
senses how to react.
Okay.
It is not a like a anything big deal, but that's how it works. Now, when the spiritual sound comes, what it does it do the same thing?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. That's like a guessing game.
Sound vibration of the holy name. Or
Yeah.
the-
How?
it comes through it comes through a different channel. It's a whole different process.
No, don't give a artificial word. Tell me how. Different channel. What is the different channel?
Through the heart,
Through the heart. How?
from spontaneous love.
No, you're throwing some words.
No, I mean I have some idea, but
Yeah.
Somebody's like perception or like reaction, like in their body, in their head, could be adverse to hearing a spiritual sound. Like if someone's not used to it, or like somebody hears like a recording of like Sri Prabhupada singing. Obviously, it's a very pure spiritual sound, but someone might have like an adverse reaction to it. But I mean, their soul would react to it in a positive way, right? But I mean, someone could still hear that. I mean, I played a recording for my cousin, and he said that he didn't like how Prabhupada sang. So I mean, like obviously his ears didn't like the sound, or his brain didn't like it, but
His soul.
it still did good for his soul, right?
he's asking about the sound vibration of the.
Anybody else? Yes, Prabhu.
The same thing, but the reaction is different. Different reaction.
That's
Little more? Little more?
The calming effect. And then
No.
material sound.
The
agitated.
difference between the material sound and the spirituals.
Yes, Prabhu.
According to Bhagavad Gita, it's actually it's going through the exact same channel. But the conclusion is that sense objects go from sense objects, what remains is a sense reaction, all the way up to sense enjoyment. But the other process is experiencing it, in a very sense, by experiencing a higher taste. So my answer would be that it's based, if it's a spiritual sound, it's based on the final experience, which is a higher taste or a spiritual taste. How
Okay.
far off am I on that?
When we hear,
Is any of that correct?
you want a credit
I
or
really want to know if that's, according to Bhagavad
So
Gita,
what's
that's
the answer?
what it
I will.
says.
I will.
Now I'm like dying to know.
You're not dying.
Yeah, I am.
You're not dying. If you are really dying, I will see the symptom. Everybody will be worried.
Because it says
Don't let
experience
me-
a higher taste, then one become, it's by the continuation of that higher taste,
My point
one
is-
becomes fixed in consciousness.
My point is that according to this Srila Jiva Goswami paths, Sputabad and Mimamsabad. Anybody remembers that discussion? Come on, say yes or no.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Wasn't
Okay.
here.
You have the pen and paper, Prabhu, on the board?
I see a board, but I don't see any
It's
pen.
up on top.
Okay. We are going to, I'm going to tell you just a second.
You can do.
You're going to say that when we chant, there is a three philosophy until Mahaprabhu came.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
What was it?
Well, like not perfectly, but
So then don't say.
Okay.
If you don't know perfectly, don't.
okay, yes.
Write down that mundane sound, we already discussed this, right? How it happens?
Yes.
It goes to the ear, drum, it magnifies to the, it reports to the
Brain.
brain, and then brain dictates through the sense perception, hearing perception, and to the senses, then whole body reacts. Subtle body, when we say subtle body, they are in between the physical body and the difference. Thinking, willing, feeling has a 5 division in the body. Wherever the soul, consciousness is vibrating means thinking, willing, feeling, wherever it is, whatever sense object, then they go to different layer in this body. This is the mundane thought. That is correct. This is true also. So one school is called Tantric. Tantric, when Mahaprabhu appeared yesterday, just imagine Mahaprabhu appeared yesterday in Navadvip. At that time Navadvip was filled with Maheshwar Bisharad's followers. Maheshwar Bisharad, who was a genius, how do you say, one who memorized the entire philosophy. You know what I meant, if there is a word. So he opened the tools of impersonalism and Jaksha worshipper. You know Jaksha worshipper? Jaksha also big worshipper of Shiva. Indeed, Jaksha actually was the one who invited Lord Shiva from the spiritual world to this world. Actually, Jaksha Kuber, head of the Jaksha is the Kuber. The Kuber actually invited Lord Shiva. And today, if you go to the Jaksha Loka, the planet of Jaksha, and you know the cousin of Jaksha? That's Ravana, the Ravan family, where he not kidnapped, they had a big fight. Then he took over this airplane, that Ravana airplane. So Lord Shiva, he lives near Kailash, where the Jaksha Loka, this is the Jaksha Loka, it's called holy vacation home. Jaksha, that's not an actual Jaksha Loka, but this is, like a, how do you say, like a rich man has a vacation home within his property, but like a guest house, not vacation home, guest house, I meant. Guest house means not exactly in the house, but within the property, little far. So Lord Shiva came there, and that's why at origin Tantra Shastra started coming out. So when Maheshwar Visharad started this, then the Jaksha worshipper in Navadvip was filled, worshipping Kali, Durga and Shiva. Not even Ganesh, sun god so much, but Kali, Durga, Shiva was very prominent. And Prabhupada gave in one purport in 4th canto, 5th chapter, where the cursing, 3rd chapter, cursing was going on, and the 5th chapter explained that how it will affect. One of the curses, first Daksha gave one curse to Shiva, and then Shiva's follower Nandi gave 3 curses to the Brahmana, 6 curses to all others. 3 curses to Daksha and 6 curses to the Brahmanas. Then Brigu came and he cursed 3 to Shiva followers. So this is like a whole episode. So one of the purport says that those worshipper of Shiva, they worship with it's very funny, Bhagavatam, in the purport. Anybody remember that Prabhupada says that how the wine, what kind of wine? There is 3 kinds of wine to worship Shiva. No? Wow.
I'm kind of forgetting what we were...
6th canto. 4th canto. Oh, we'll touch it this Saturday. Well, not wine, but we'll touch that chapter. But in the purport Prabhupada put, there is a wine, you can make a wine from the rice, but wine from the grapes and something.
So
these are...
Is that in chapter 6?
5 or...
I think it's 6 because I haven't finished 6 yet.
Oh. But anyway, so Navadvip was filled with those people. Well, before Mahaprabhu appeared, Navadvip was filled with Jaksha worshipper. They don't call Jaksha worshipper, they call themselves as a Shiva worshipper. But their style of worship is a Jaksha Shiva worshipper. Because that's how you offer with the meat. You know few pastime of Chapal Gopal. Gopal Chapal? Come on.
Yeah.
Good. Huh?
Is he the one who put the unclean objects on?
Unclean is meat and wine.
Meat and wine.
Yeah, you just say it straight. He put outside the door of Srivas meat and wine. That's how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Because he was one of the leaders. He's not an ordinary guy. Chapal Gopal had many followers. You remember the 2 thieves that wanted to steal jewelry from Nimai's body?
Yeah.
They are follower of Gopal Chapal. Gopal Chapal was a big gangster, not a gangster, big leader, not Dakat. Big leader of Shiva worshipper. And but some or other Jogomaya's arrangement, that some of the devotee, unfortunately, who attained very high stage devotional path, but still had a material enjoyment propensity there. Like Prabhupada says that those speakers who are still have some lust, but they are very advanced, they really love Krishna, they want to speak, but they can't control, then the next life they become monkeys. This is what Prabhupada says in the 5th canto. They become monkeys in Vrindavan. They are all speakers, but some or other. And then Prabhupada says, next life they will go back to spiritual world. One life they have to go through monkey life. Something to do with, I'm not sure why monkey, but something to do with the monkey life. I think they have some kind of something will happen. So, similarly, this, who remembers this pastime of two thieves? I'm going to come back. Who remembers? Yes?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, they saw Nimai playing in the courtyard of his house.
You all can meditate when you hear. Because while you chant, you can literally meditate this. Every pastime Mahaprabhu's will liberate us, instantly remove us, separate us from this material world. Okay?
And so they were attracted by all the shining jewels and necklaces that he was wearing, so they thought they wanted to steal it. But
what are those jewels?
Devotees, right?
The devotees.
They are devotees. They are all pure devotee. They always pray to. They are so much in separation. They want to embrace Krishna. Prabhu, can I serve you as your gamcha? Please, I'm in a gamcha form. Please, Prabhu, please let me serve you. Let me wash you. Let me wash you. The whole day they're just waiting, meditating when he will take bath, so I can just wipe his body. This is such a nice. Don't underestimate. This is very highest form of service. This is not serving Mahaprabhu like this. Ankle bell. Wow. It's like unbelievable to be an ankle bell.
So they actually prayed like that?
Sure. This is highest ecstasy. We cannot imagine, because in this world we think gamcha is like laundry or something, right? So we don't have that experience. But this is very high. Also sometimes Swarup Shakti herself expand to manifest a particular form, that's embrace. You remember one of the symptom of Mahabhav? 4 symptom. One of the symptom is Paraspar Boshikaran, Apranini Janma Lalasa. Apranini means which is not alive. Pran means life. Apranini means inanimate object, like garland. All the gopis are crying, I want to be garland, I want to be garland. Oh, Brahmaji, why didn't you make me garland? So I can embrace him, just touch him, hold day, night. They pray. This is sign of Mahabhav. This is not just some imagination. You follow? So then one of the mood, bhav, manifest from Srimati Radhika and become a garland and embrace Krishna. But nobody knows that. Only our Acharya explaining, Sanatana Goswami Pada explains, so we know. That's how the garland comes, the flower. The manjaris, they go to pick up the flower, the flower instantly bloom. Very attractive. So they pluck, then they make it like this. Good. So you meditate doesn't mean like you will just meditate Mahaprabhu. No, do not meditate just Mahaprabhu. Meditate all the associate around him. Because Krishna should not be meditated alone. Didn't Kongsa meditate Krishna? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did he meditate with anybody else?
No.
No, that is the biggest mistake. If Kongsa would meditate with Mother Joshoda or Radharani, which I doubt, but Nanda Maharaj or Subal, he would be instantly getting bhakti. We always meditating on Krishna alone.
But some demons were meditating on Balaram. He's the brother of Krishna.
Pralambasura did, but he did not meditate on Balaram. He just happened to saw from the sky that, oh, he is the leader of the big. He came to kill Krishna. But he saw that the boys are controlled by this big boy. So he wanted to kill the big boy first. So he had a meditation, very little, not so much. If you would meditate a little more, actually would be benefiting.
What about the whole brain thing that we were talking about earlier?
You have brains, so don't worry. We'll come back. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so.
So we are meditating. Just imagine right now, we are meditating Mahaprabhu.
So the thieves wanted to take those jewelry, which are devotees, for their own.
And who are those thieves?
They are.
First of all, anybody cannot enter in Holy Dham. Nobody. Even if you go by force, by buying ticket and this, then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave warning. Dhamer upari jara mayapati jal acha diye rakhe dham ei chirakal. Sri Krishna Chaitanya jar nahiko sambandha dhamer upari bas kore sei andha. You know andha? Blind. Those who does not have a sambandha with Mahaprabhu, impossible they can live in Holy Dham. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur giving a counter offer. But then we see a lot of people lives in Holy Dham, eating fish, all kinds of things. They are not devotee. I said, no, they think they live on Holy Dham, but they never connected with Holy Dham. Because the Proromaya, you know, every Holy Dham has a Jogomaya, and her name is, in Dwarka her name is Subhadra. In Vrindavan her name is Purnamasi or Brinda Devi. In Navadvip her name is, everybody together, Praura Maya. There is a temple called Puramatala, it's the same. It's her temple. She is being worshipped. Her name is Jogamaya. She controls and creates the whole Navadvip, protection, everything. Who can enter, who cannot, 100% control. She has thousands and thousands of these angels. Every moment spying everywhere. Nobody can enter. First of all, nobody can enter. You have to pass through the Shiva. First of all, Shiva has a trident. Then false ego has to dissolve. Then you have to have a relationship with the Mahaprabhu. Then you can enter. So these two dacoits, they are not just from nowhere. They are sanctioned by Jogamaya. We should always think like this. Oh Jogamaya, I wish you could allow me please. Like this, when we know that everything, then our fear will become fearless on the pastime. At the same time we will beg also, if we can enter, if we can enter. We can still see. We can see that two thieves coming right now. Yes or no?
Yes.
How? Why? One person explain please. Indradumna Prabhu.
Can you imagine? Meditate.
Can't underhear.
Yeah, but how it's possible right now? It can be perceived here.
Through pastime.
Description.
But something little more. Because it's on Shuddha Sattva platform. Shuddha Sattva platform is eternal. Has no beginning, no end. It's eternally there. All the Leela Mahaprabhu did, you can, if my heart is pure, under guidance of Gurudev, spiritual master Prabhupada, literally I can see in the heart. I will be able to see. But anything material is not Shuddha Sattva, so it cannot be traced. But spiritual, all the Leela are permanently there. So these two are stealing, coming to steal. You can literally see and meditate, and you will be seeing. Like you may go crazy to protect Nimai, and you will just jump out of your chanting. So it's also possible because we see that Maharaj Kulashekar, Ambika, so many examples that they exhibited like that. Maharaj Kulashekar was like a what do you call, vivid example. Vivid example. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives that. How 1 million years back Lord Ramchandra did Leela, but he exhibited recently means I'm talking about few hundred years back in South India, where he was hearing from a Vaishnava about Ram Leela. He went so merged into it, he immediately went out and called the minister and said, "Let's go, we need to rescue Sita." And literally all this thousands and thousands soldiers started marching. And king is going and he's crying, he wants to kill Ravana. And when the minister, they all heard, they thought this is way weird. And then he was going under the water, in the water, and it went all the way up to like a neck. When it came to the neck, he's crossing the Indian Ocean to go to Lanka. Then Sitaram just appeared. Sitaram instantly appeared. Why Sitaram instantly appeared?
To save his devotee.
To save his devotee. Then Lord Ramchandra says, don't worry, she is rescued now. Now you can go back and make a big festival of conquering. But this Leela took place million years back, you follow? This is experienced. So we should be greedy to do that while we chant, while we are engaged. We should meditate those Leela. That's why it's called Nitya Leela, because we can enter those Leela while we are chanting, while we are serving. If we meditate, inconceivable potency, it will manifest to us. So like this. So these two thieves, they are sadhan siddha from last life. So they had some trace, some little last rigid is left. So what do you call, these are called, actually this is what called subtle trace. We call anartha, but subtle trace of subtle body is still there. Little veil, you can say veil. Kosha. Kosha in Sanskrit, yes. This is called kosha. A little bit left. So they came, they did not think he's God or anything, Jogamaya, so they took. Then what happened?
Well, they took him because they were afraid. They didn't want him to start crying and notify his parents that they were being...
So how did they make him...
So they just put him on their shoulders.
No.
No?
They talked to him.
They talked to him?
They didn't just grab him. Nobody can grab Supreme Personality of Godhead. Inconceivable.
I didn't hear about that part.
They wanted to serve. To a baby, what do you say? You want a sweet rice? You want a sweet rice candy? Sweet rice candy. In America they call candy. In Navadip they didn't say candy. He said, you want sweet? Sweet? I give you sweet, come. So then the baby is attracted. He's Supreme Lord, but he's acting that way that he is attracted. There is a service attitude is there. Otherwise not possible. They are devotee, but they are acting like Chapal Gopal's, gang, because they have some contamination. So this contamination has to be purified. So then Mahaprabhu allowed them to go on their, shoulder. Then?
Well, they were starting to run away, and they were running and running and running. And
Because?
Well, they wanted to go to a secluded spot so that they could steal the jewels, and they were just going to abandon Nimai, whatever. They got what they wanted. But then, due to the influence...
What did they want?
They wanted to steal.
They wanted to steal the jewelry who are
Right.
really devotees.
And actually what Jogamaya is creating, what they are looking?
Service.
Bhakti. Service. Those jewels also Bhakti Devi manifested. Wow. What is the problem? No problem. They will get it. Now what happening then?
They, under the influence of Lord Chaitanya's Maya or whatever.
Pro-Ramaya. You can say
Okay.
Pro-Ramaya, okay.
They looked around and said, wait a second, we just returned right back to where we started from. At
But they found is a secluded place. They found a secluded place. When they placed him, then all of a sudden there was a big scary form. Big scary imagination manifested, and then they realized it's the same spot. After going around all the way, they came back to the same spot they took him from. It's frightened them so much, they started to run away. What happened after that to them?
And they went through all these trials and tribulations.
Of what?
I'm seeing like hellish condition, Yeah.
No. No speculation. You know speculation is? You know what speculation Prabhupada says? When you think you are,
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know.
you better remember. Say it, everybody. Srila Prabhupada says, when you think you are the mind, you start speculating.
Do you know where he said you should go when you do that?
The closet.
You should go in the closet.
You want to go in the closet? Speculation, because we have a two problem. We literally have two problem. We think either we are this body or we are the mind. If we can get rid of these two, then done. But no, that's not how it is. If we focus and act as a servant of Krishna, then these two will go away. So these two literally repented. If you go Bhakti Ratnakar, it gives that they were so last trace of what you call kosha? Veil? Something like this. It's called kosha. K-O-S-A. Means some layer we can say, some layer of this world is still there. And they have to go away by repentance. Repentance is number one key to get rid of those. But repentance will not come unless literally something severe strike to our concept of existence, something heavy. Then tears will come. So they did. And as soon as they did, they enter into real Navadvip. At that time, their physical of this world body dropped. Just like the one sets of gopis who did not have a very intimate association with Nitya Siddhas. Over there, nobody knows who is Nitya Siddha, who is not. Over there, you follow? Only we know because our acharyas explain how it takes place. But in the village of Vrindavan, they don't think, nobody has a badge. I am Nitya Siddha, you are Kripa Siddha, you are Sadhan Siddha. Nobody knows. It's just another friend in this house, that house, this house. But actually Jogomaya is 100% matching. Those who are fortunate by their intense love for the Lord and everything, that the Nitya Siddha association like Lolita, Visakha, they had an association. Say you took birth in Vrindavan and Lolita is another girl, little older. Lolita Devi always little older than everyone. And you are, you just love her. You just hear about this Nanda Maharaj's son. You just talk so much with her. Then you have so many questions. You become like her best friend, girlfriend. Then even though a little girl, then you are dissolved. Your kosha is dissolved. You can literally enter when the time comes for Ras Lila. But there are some girls, Jogomaya arranges such a way they will take birth here, not so much association, once in a while. So they still have, and they are the one who stayed in the house, saw the man at the door with a stick or something like that, and so much obstacle, they could not get out. It's like such a intense attack to their own existence, what started repenting. What's the value of this? I want only Krishna. So these things, even though family, children is nothing wrong, nobody is apparently materially nothing wrong, but they went. So similarly, these two dacoits also went through same thing, and they dropped their body like this in here, and they found themselves in actual Navadvip with Nimai, where they became a very close. This is going to happen. More we hear about this, then we will be excited that how it takes place. Yes, Prabhu. I just one more sentence. For those girls, it says Maya kalpita tadrika sti silanena anusuyavi na jatu brajadevinam patibi sahasangama. From that moment, those girls, they themselves saw a new body all of a sudden. And then the door is open. The man is not there with the bamboo or whatever, stick. No obstacle, nothing. Door is open. They got a new body, like a surprise. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained this Rupa Goswami's verse on this. He said that actually there was a duplicate lady, Maya Kalpita, created by Jogamaya, another girl, another lady, she created, so that nobody knows that actually she... From that moment, she entered into Vastu Siddhi. This is called Vastu Siddhi. She entered into Krishna, and Krishna accepted her in Raslila. From that moment, it's done. So up till that, we have a little journey. And it's a very exciting journey. And we need to know all the pros and cons, what do you call it? Negative, positive. It's better. These two dacoits that they stole, they literally dropped the body and they entered. Adhavadi sei lila kare go rarai kono kono bhagyavan jeev dekhibare pai. That verse is confirming that too. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur quote this verse many times. That lila is going on, eternal Navadvip lila, but nobody can see. Those who are fortunate, what do you mean fortunate? Means when they come to this point, they repent and last trace goes away, then they see the original Navadvip, original eternal Navadvip, not Noimittik, not Bhaumadham. Bhaumadham means something junction dham. Is that proper English? Junction, like where material and spiritual meets. Thank you. Where material and spiritual meets. Kamsa is ruling, also Krishna takes birth. Same Mathura. But Mathura is spiritual. Yes, it is spiritual. At the same time, Kamsa ruling as a material and is torturing people. Both exist. But in eternal world, no Kamsa, but conception is there. But here is a junction. So Navadvip Dham, first is covered by Maya, then the junction, and then the eternal Navadvip. All three are there. It depends who is fortunate to enter where. Yes, Prabhu, now you can say.
It's a little difficult to even ask the question. You just spend the time in almost every presentation, explanation. When we speak in the limit of English language, or limit of language, periodly, you're constantly speaking, and for 45 years listening, to a thing, transition. There's a constant transition, unfolding, some clearance, then really, but to grasp, like you just said, 3 steps, just for this one point. All right, but if you add it all up, it could be all said in this one word. Some kind of transition takes place. Whether you want to call it realization, unfolding, manifest, So what I'm saying, I'm trying to, how do you really grasp or taste transition, coming to the insight, the foresight, the perception, the taste, how do we really understand this? It just, you just, come to that some new point of realization. Some anarthas fall away, and now you see something more, and then something else.
You mean how
deeper and deeper?
Yeah,
and
how
deeper,
individually
and
one entering?
You're growing to madhyam and madhyam and
No, you using the word. You talking like how one should enter.
I think I'm saying there's such a limit to language to comprehend. You're telling so many things.
Prabhu,
but how do you...
Do you have anything else beside language?
How do you grasp?
No, let me ask you this. Do you have anything beside language right now? If you want to say express something...
No, I'm saying, but there's...
No, try to understand this.
There's a limit.
No, I understand, but at the same time, if you want to express something and try to do that without talking, see if it works. Try.
For me to talk? No, I only can do...
No, you cannot.
When you talk, I'm trying to taste.
I understand, but question
but I don't
is...
know what I'm tasting. I'm trying to see what you're seeing. I'm trying to taste what you're trying to give.
No, that's not possible. It's only possible how much we have eligibility to enter. That much
But that's like Sukriti. Every single person has a different level
Yes.
of Sukriti.
Of course.
No one is in the exact same space.
Will never
of
be.
Sukriti.
Yeah, that's true.
Me, I have none, very little. But the others here, they have some. So they,
That I don't know. Only Guru Krishna knows.
you know.
I cannot agree or disagree. But
You see what I'm trying?
yeah. But Lord Krishna.
I don't mean to be.
No, I understand. But Lord Krishna already explained this in Bhagavad Gita. We discussed that many times. He says, one must absorb Shreyo hi gyenam abbasat gyenat dhenam vishishyate. Dhenat karma phalo tegat santi nirantaram. He says, Shreyo hi gyena abbasat. Whatever we practice, we must absorb our intelligence. What is the absorb intelligence means?
Contemplate.
Little more?
We
No,
told
no.
this process, Shravan Kirtanam Smart.
No. Let's break down this.
Okay.
It is Shravan Kirtan, but how it works? When we hear, if we have no inclination, it will pass through, we will not catch.
Right.
That is intelligent. Intelligent means I have to have a reason. I want bhakti. Okay. Then discrimination to catch will take place. Intelligence is the guide in the beginning. Always intelligence is the guide. Mind is never guide. Mind will bewilder us. But mind has a constitutional position to be under intelligence. So intelligence has to be the only guide. And that intelligence has to be backed by the reasoning. Means what the truth is, what the philosophy base is. So when the philosophy base, reasoning is there, then discrimination power develops, then we can catch when we hear. This catch is called reflection. And when we pile up those, then our contemplation, if you have a lot of things, then contemplation will start. When contemplation starts, after a while, certain of the thought process will make our heart feel for it. It is genuine, it is true.
So when
You must
tell
have
us
experience.
when
You must have
tell us to
experience.
repeat, I'm sorry, John, but just go on. I just want, but like when you say repeat this, which is so nice. I mean, it's so professor-like, training-like. It's beautiful. I love it. So when you say repeat this after me, is that you're trying for us to see that reflection like a mirror? You want us to see what you're saying coming up.
This is also in the spiritual world.
Because that example of mirror is given by one place by
I know,
Srila Prabhupada.
but in the spiritual world, in Mangalarti, they do Arati. Lalita Sakhi, just before Radha Krishna separate and goes back, they do Arati. When she does Arati, Lalita Sakhi, she does Arati, Vishakha Devi, because she has the same emotional ties with her Srimati Radhika at that time, so she can express the feeling what Srimati Radhika's big duality taking place. It is the highest culmination of intimacy. At the same time, right now, they will break separate. That's intolerable. So at the same time, she is extremely happy. The union is so lovable. They almost became one, like Lord Chaitanya. Radha Krishna embraced so tightly that they almost like a Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's form. But because Mangalarti means that the breaking, separation will take place, so that moment, highest emotional symptom manifested in the body of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. And all the Sakhi, Manjaris, they want to see that. Because this is the highest, highest taste for them. The beauty of their conjugal passion for each other manifest in Mangalarti just at that moment. So much that Lalita Sakhi brings her relationship, takes the form of a lamp. So she takes the lamp and she does every part of their body to see how beautifully manifested at that moment. So attractive. And she literally captures. You take a photo, there has to be light. In a dark you cannot take photo. So that's why that feeling takes the form called a lamp. In this world also it manifested like this. And then she takes every photo of every parts of the body. This is called arati. Then she takes this and then she hands over to the next person, whoever he is. Whatever Lalita Sakhi saw, that camera film is the lamp that they also can see. That's why it passed through every manjaris. We practice the same thing in the temple. We pass through the lamp. But sometimes you see somebody, because they're not everybody aware of this, they're like, sometimes they put it here or they put it like... I saw that because I go sometime with the lamp in the temple, Mangalarti time. And somebody just touched it and then holding it. You're supposed to take the lamp and put it on your eye. The water goes on the top. Every element that we have, like a flower goes to the nose, because this is how it should be. So the lamp, when we take, if the pujari is serving under pure guru, then that guru, whatever is seeing, because pujari is not doing puja, he is assisting his guru, right? Mm-hmm. This is the mental attitude. I don't have a love, but my Guru Maharaj has love, so Krishna is. Definitely they are in that group. That time that view can touch me. But if the pujari thinks he is doing the puja, he forgot his Gurudev doing the puja, then difficult. But we don't know. We don't know. Because most of the devotees generally, they always think that they are assisting their Guru. Their Guru has love, so no problem. So in that case, when we touch the lamp, we must get that effect. So similarly like this, that when we see something and we share, even in the mundane world, let's hold for spiritual perception for a moment. Just mundane world. If I have any example. Say I'm very hungry. Something like that. I'm very hungry and I just found a friend's house. Oh, how are you, Haribol? How are you? Oh, come in. How are you doing? Good. Oh, so I am expressing my feeling. Do you have anything I can eat or something like that? And if they have something and they have a good feeling to give, then they say, oh yeah, sure, I have ice cream. Something like that. Well, I don't know if they have ice cream, but generally ice cream is very tasty, they think. They give you ice cream. Okay, you eat ice cream. How this took place, if you really think?
Interaction with...
No, hold on. How did it take place? The kosha is vibrating, thinking, willing, feeling. I'm hungry. Why? I'm this body. I'm talking about mundane. Mundane means I'm thinking I'm mind, I'm body. One of the either. I'm thinking I'm body, I'm hungry. Means I'm body. The soul is not hungry. So I'm thinking I'm hungry. So I'm thinking started. Now when the thought comes to this right here, throat chakra, it's called Agna. Throat chakra comes, then it holds the feeling. I have to have a food. And these people are nice. They are my friend. They can fulfill. So my thought, thinking, and sanctioned by willingness, then came feeling. Yes? If they have the same feeling, it will be nourished. If they don't have the same feeling, the vibration of their thinking, willing, feeling, we don't want. Who is he? We don't want. Stranger or something. But if they are welcoming and they really, and some or other, they are very accommodating and they really like me or something like that, then they will give. Then this communication is first class. Both are benefited. Similarly also in spiritual reciprocation, it's not that way of the kosha, but in spiritual level, soul, spiritual body to spiritual body, it reflects exact feeling. That's why it is fully nourished, no obstacle. But in the material world, you have to have a same. You know the young girl, she really loves this young man, but she burst out one day, express, oh I love you or something like that. And if the boy has the same feeling, because they have this both feeling will match and it will ignite if both are in the same platform of kosha. Because thinking is not enough in this material world. It has to be permitted by within. Paramatma, within the soul, contingent doer. Then feeling has to come. If the thinking, willing, feeling mixes and comes right here, then the word comes out through this tongue and that person has the same, it will definitely match. Nobody can stop it. This is how actually in this world everything works. This is mundane. When we talk about spiritual, if the spiritual person is really elevated and he has that thinking, what he is thinking about Krishna is endowed, sanctioned by the Yogamaya, not Paramatma there, Yogamaya, and he has a feeling for it, then definitely it can enter without brain, without senses to the heart directly. If it is not connected with that thinking, willing, feeling of spiritual realm, then those words has to go through this ear to eardrum, to the sense perception called hearing, then to the brain, find some chips, matches or not, maybe, maybe not. So it's a duality feeling. You go back, you think, I was same like before the class and after the class. What's the difference? This is the reality. This is the reality.
So how do you get the koshas to match?
Ah. In order to, it is not possible.
That'll be $100.
What happened? What happened?
Oh, just a bad joke.
Oh. In order for a, Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj answered very nicely. I was very attracted with that answer. He says, after hearing Harikatha, if you feel little more connection than before you came to Harikatha towards your Guru and Krishna, and you feel some upliftment towards your spiritual path, then that association is good. The speaker was good. If after Harikatha finish, if you feel like you forgot even Guru Krishna, you feel like it's a little hot weather and we need to earn more money to have a nice air-conditioned room, enjoy life like this, maybe we should do some yoga to live long, then that Harikatha was not good. Sometimes I do that in Sunday. I used to do that. You meet the devotee, Haribol, how are you? How is business? Did you make some money? Economy is so bad. This is our discussion. We are in the temple. Inside the temple sometime. How is business? How is business? What business? Did you make money? We are in front of the deity. How do you like it? Do they exist or not? Yes, Prabhu.
You're saying that if you hear Harikatha,
Speak up,
you're
please.
uplifted and the speaker was good. But it's not necessarily always the case, because the speaker could be really good and the person is just really
Our
wanna
fault
hear.
sometimes.
That doesn't really answer the question.
Say it again.
No, I'm saying that you're saying that if you're able to hear Krishna Katha and you really feel more close to Guru and Krishna, so the speaker was good. But it's not necessarily always like that.
No, that is the standard. Anybody, because we have to change the perception. If even the speaker is not good, but Krishna is using, never underestimate of inconceivable power. Never underestimate. Krishna can use anybody to get any job done.
I think he was also saying.
And if we say, well, that person maybe I got inspired, like Prabhupada went with his friend, right? Prabhupada did not want to go to his Guru Maharaj's first visit. Then his friend has to force, and Prabhupada, one time at least I heard, Prabhupada says, actually I did not have any interest to go. And he opposed. But his friend pressured him. He's not like his dead sadhu. That friend may not be a pure devotee at that moment, but Krishna used him to convince Prabhupada, who is an eternally pure devotee, but to be fall in the convincing trap.
That's what I'm saying, that in order to get the upliftment...
But Prabhupada never ever say that person who is not pure devotee.
That's what I'm saying, in order to get a spiritual upliftment, then both things has to be there, the good speaker and the good listener. Right?
Yes, but good speaker, sometimes I may not think that person, that devotee is not good or something. That I have to correct the perception. If Krishna is using him to uplift me, I should feel gratitude that Krishna's merciful form, that sadhu.
So if you don't feel uplifting spiritual after speaking Krishna Katha, who's fault?
If I don't, that's mine, my perception. My perception also could be the person is not delivering what he meant to give. Yeah, like that.
But how do you change your perception so that you have more positive experiences?
Well, if you come after getting tired of searching your goat, you know that story.
Yes.
Mother Mahendrani, can you tell the story?
There was a wonderful Harikatha going on with a very exalted speaker, and one lady was in the audience, and as he was speaking all about Radharani and whatever, she was crying profusely, and so he was quite amazed because it looked like she was just having transcendental emotions and exhibiting ecstasy. So after the class he asked her, "Oh, my Mataji, I see that my speaking is affecting you greatly. Tell me how is it so?" And she said, "No. Well, I've heard two versions. No. Actually, I'm not having any deep realizations. It's just that I just lost my goat named Radha, and whatever. And I'm lamenting so much for her. But I've also heard where she said, it's just that I've just lost my goat, and you have a little
goatee
bear.
Why American goat doesn't have?
He has a goat face.
You are reminding me of my goat, and I'm just feeling so sad.
So the speaker had a goatee. That's why I shaked off. When the speaker had a goatee, and the lady was searching for goatee, it matched. And she was emotionally drawn, but not for Guru Krishna. So there can be many also. But in general, if I am attracted to close to my Guru Krishna, then that association is best.
Does that have any relevance to the other day when we made that? We gave that example of how Krishna's. We can go on chanting the holy name of Krishna for millions of lifetimes, but if we don't really have the realization in the heart, that it doesn't have much effect at all.
Yeah, it can. That's why we say, yes, Mother Mahendran.
I was going to ask, if you're hearing, you said if you've heard properly, and if you're hearing, if Harikatha is effective, then you should be uplifted and feel closer to your Guru Krishna at the end of the experience. But can it ever happen that the Harikatha is quite potent and you're hearing well and you're feeling disturbed, but the disturbance it's like churning up your anartha and bringing them up.
Yes. Not necessarily at that moment you will feel close to Guru Krishna, but someday you will.
There's only one thing that can interfere, and that's aparad. Nothing.
One sannyasi told me one time, I did not like it. I really hated it. I left from the class. He was speaking and he told me something. He really attacked me and he told me something, which is great, but I could not take it. I really could not take it. He said, in Alachua, believe or not, it's about 7 years back, he said, Pran Govinda Das, when Mahaprabhu decide to pull out one's soul and going to use for some purpose, he will make your life miserable in your family life and everything. And I have a feeling for you. And I just walked out. I was, because emotionally I was not prepared what he was talking.
That's a terrible thing to say.
It is terrible at that time. I was like, I did not like it. I really did not like
It
it.
wasn't just you didn't like it. That was a terrible thing to say.
No, but he was right.
No, I don't think so.
Yes. When you go through some suffering, you feel it. Then you know. So it's good.
Plenty of suffering.
Well, that's the.
But that's not suffering. That's just temporary transaction of misery.
But that's the lesson.
At the end is good. Okay. Let's finish this. Otherwise, we'll be like almost 8:30. You going to write? Whoever going to write. So the three philosophy was that. That's why you get stuck. Third philosophy. Number 1 is Sputtabad. Second one is Mimamsabad, and third one is Tantrikbad. When Lord Chaitanya appeared in Navadvip, before he started his Sankirtan, first outburst Sankirtan was before Chandkaji, was with the student. When the student, he came back from Gaya, this is a revolution started. That student all came and they wanted to study, but the first word, one student says, Hari, Mahaprabhu entrance. Because he was going through very emotional ecstasy. That time, he came out and then he started explaining the grammar. And everything he would utter, he would always end with Krishna. Every alphabet, every O, A, I, U, O, E, Oi, Ang, Ah. Ka, kha, ga, gha, ma, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, ta, tha, da, da, na, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma, antasya, ja, ra, la, talibasya, mardasya, dantasya. These are the alphabets, Sanskrit alphabets. And every word he would say, ka, keshava, he would like everything, kha, khageshwara, ga, ganadipati, like this. Every alphabet letter he would end or address with Krishna. Everything has a verbal root Krishna and expression Krishna, everything Krishna. So after the whole class, then he asks, did you all get what I was speaking? Say no. All the students say, first time we never got anything. But we like it to hear, even though we didn't get anything. So then Mahaprabhu says, well, then I won't be able to teach you anymore. You have to go to another teacher who can teach you this, what you want to learn. Because I cannot teach anything beside this. But they are so much emotionally tied with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, that they said, oh, you teach us, whatever you want to teach, we'll learn. You know what he did? Okay. Raise your hand. And they all raised hand. All these 100 of students, he said, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopala Govinda Rama Srimadhusudana Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Mahaprabhu started a big Nagar Kirtan with those students. Everybody was shocked. They used to have a big feisty challenge to the different villages, different school. They would go and literally cut-throat and they would defeat. This was their victory. And big Pandit were there. They are little boy, but they have a name, Jagadananda Pandit, Mahesh Pandit. They are all big name of those coward boys. All Pandit. Purandar Pandit. Who is Purandar Pandit, You should know your name. Purandar Pandit was Angada in Ramlila. This is very funny, by the way. When Nityananda Prabhu was walking, he was exhibiting something not proper in a Vedic culture. Because scholar people in Vedic culture, they are very gentle, carry books under the arm, with a wrapped with the red cloth or something, like a very nice, means they care. It's like a person. Books is a person, they care. And they have an umbrella or something, very gentle, sober, peacefully walk in there. One day, all these people are watching these pandits all going, and then all of a sudden, they put the book there and they started climbing the tree and going on the branch. Like that was very strange. The pandit, best civilized person, should not act like monkey, because he was Angada. Why? Because Nityananda Prabhu was coming by. Just by Nityananda Prabhu's glance, all they came back to their original. They could not control themselves. The Angada started jumping and limping. All the villagers thinking, he's a scholar, why he act like a monkey? It was like a very, it's like very destructive. But then they realized, who is this man? Nityananda Prabhu just walking by. They all join like this. This Nityananda Prabhu purposely does it. Brings your whole emotion back. So anyhow, Mahaprabhu, this was the first, they say Nagar Kirtan started. The going out of the house and doing Kirtan. So that time, they had many scholars. And Mahaprabhu, Pranamilat Amodaya, Hela Udonita Khedaya, Vishodaya, Pranamilat Amodaya, Sammat Shastra Vivadaya, Sammat Shastra Vivadaya, Rasadaya, Chitta Arpita Unmadaya. All the controversy, wrong conclusion or controversial opinion, Mahaprabhu reconciled very sweetly. And this is one of the biggest in Navadvip he did. So one is Sputabad, Jiva Goswami Pad writes Sputabad, you write Sputabad. Number 1. 2 is Mimamshabad. 3rd is Tantric. So, if you...
It's not with H, no?
Bad?
Bad as in B-A-D.
Yeah.
B-A-D?
Bada. Opinion means Bad.
Why we say it with it.
Mayavad.
We usually write it with a B.
Brahmavad.
B-A-D.
Bad means their conclusive opinion. Something like that. So, how the spiritual, you remember Srivas Pandit, what causes Advaita Acharya took a vow? We should always remember this sloka. Advaita Acharya took a serious vow.
You told that recently.
What was it?
My memory's so bad I can't even remember.
No, that's not the answer. What is the vow? The vow was Advaita Acharya, he heard Srivas Thakur, all these Vaishnava, their whole night they chant because they even gave up eating because they are so depressed that they went outside, telling the neighbor, can you chant? The world is like going hell. Everybody is worshipping wine and meat to Shiva and nothing else. Oh, they have a big party. Guess what the party for? Wedding. Wedding is like a big party for days after days. This is called Shakta Jaksha Shiva worshipper. They enjoy this kind of party. Baby is born, big party throw. The wedding, 7 days party. It's like a drinking wine and meat. So this is how the whole Navadvip was. It was very disgusting. Yes?
I heard that once they had married all their children, they would get 2 dogs and they would marry the dogs.
Yeah. You are right. Thank you. I didn't want to go very details. It's a very vivid. That how when I was listening, it's like I was reading it, Chaitanya. Like you imagine, if you are in Navadvip when Mahaprabhu appeared and he didn't have a love, what's the difference with now? Same.
Wow.
Not necessarily any benefit would be there. It is the love we need to revive for
we
Bhagavan.
get married to our dogs. Yeah.
Purunda, just stop. You don't have to marry a dog. So then what happened?
It's your best friend.
All this, I know. So all these things was going on. Then, so hidingly, when the neighbor, nobody cares. Imagine, you keep on going every day, like Sita Vidya Prabhu, every day you go and preach, and everywhere they reject you. At least this doesn't happen. I was just putting a little article because we went 3 days kirtan with Sita Vidya Prabhu in Miami, and one day we went to an Italian restaurant and we have the photo. Somebody took the photo of it, And this guy, cook, because they know him so well, they came with the pen and spoon. They also go with the dung dung, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Like whole shop was like a little weird, strange, but it was very nice. They participate, some or other they chant. They loved this man, Sita Vidya Prabhu. It was very nice. So then Sivas, but this is a good side, at least in Kali Yuga. I was thinking, like those Miami people are much better than Navadvip-Basi of those days. You may think they are Dhambasi, but they are worse than Miami people. At least some people in Miami, they chant, they take the name, at least they repeat, they do favorable, they smile. And that Indian shop, they give us all drinks. Everybody had drinks. I didn't drink, but everybody else drink. It was very nice. He gave free drinks and it was very nice. So some people are favorable, you know what I mean? So Miami actually was better. If you read Navadvip, that time was so horrible when Mahaprabhu appeared. So that time, Sivas and they would they would chant whole night in their house. And they would talk about and cry, how is possible? God has to come right now. He has to come, otherwise this place, everywhere, meat and wine. You just get so sick. And they didn't know what to do, so they started starving, fasting and chanting. And these people would come and just yell to Sivas, I told you guys to stop. You guys don't stop. Whole night you wake up us. You close the window, but they have a thatched wall. It's not like a American air-conditioned wall or something. So the people still hear and they cry. Advaita Acharya was not afraid. He was so bold. So that's why he took this vow. We should remember this vow. It's so nice. This is actually Srila Govinda Maharaj actually made me to remember this. Govinda Maharaj very heavy on this. He says, we should understand that anywhere Krishna appeared only because of devotee. Krishna never appeared without devotee. You cannot show. Anywhere Krishna never appeared without devotee. You may say Matsya Avatar, Satyavrata Muni was ignition. Yeah, anybody, even Kurma, everybody has a devotee. We just have to, we maybe not know aware of it. So at one point, Advaita Acharya, he was so bold, he was not afraid. He just took a strong bow. My name is Advaita Acharya. I take a bow today. When he found this verse, Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulukena va bikrinata atmanam bhaktir bhakta janapriya. Said, I found this verse. If I cannot bring Krishna from Golok Vrindavan to here within short time, then I will take my Sudarshan Chakra and cut down and destroy the whole universe, whole creation. He took a heavy, serious vow. Then he screamed, Krishna, you come or I will destroy. But before that, I will try to bring you with this. Then he took some Ganges water in a little conch shell, and with the tulasi, he started offering the Shalagram Shila. And he started, and this is how he chanted the mantra. Krishna, come now! Then again, Krishna, come now! He pouring water like this. This is his mantra, was like very heavy. It says in Caitanya Charitamrita, Ei sloker artho acharya kare na vicharan, Krishna ke tulasi jal dei jai jan, tar rin sudite Krishna kare na chintan, jala tulasi sama ghare nahi kichu dan. This is Advaita Acharya's opinion, what he is doing. It's very sweet in Caitanya Charitamrita explained. So he was doing it, and then, so that's why, what is the main purpose that primary cause has a two division. One is three desire and another is secondary primary, or I don't know if it is a proper English, but you know what I meant. It's Advaita Acharya. At that time they had this Sputavad, Mimamsabad and Tantric Bad. So when Lord Chaitanya, after this Nagar Kirtan, he came back and he sat down and discussed with those Pandit and smashed their controversial opinion. So he says, you are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What is this Western psychological world will tell when they hear you? Chanting anything over and over is not self-hypnosis. That is our opinion. But they will say it is self-hypnosis. This is how he hypnotize yourself. When you repeat again and again. You know the mafia group, actually one psychologist, when I was talking this, he told me the mafia group in America, they have a chanting mantra is the number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, 5, I already lost. But they repeat very fast and they go on whole day night, this chant, these numbers. They go 99, 98, 97, 96, it goes like this and then go again. It's like they practice. That's how they become hypnotized. If they want to kill somebody, they can kill because they hypnotize themselves with this repetition. So that's why the psychological world in America, they are aware of this. It is not proper, but they know how the murderer comes with this hypnotism. But then we chant also, but it is not self-hypnosis. This is how Mahaprabhu proved it. How? He said the Sputobad are those logicians in Navadvip. They are called grammarian. Means they are expert in analytical, grammatical explanation. Sarvabhauma Prabhu was very nice. He just said in the memory tape, he said, when I met Prabhupada, and Prabhupada says, so you are educated and you studying journalism, I want you to translate this Bengali book to English, but you do bhavartha, don't do grammatical. That was very nice. Bhavartha. He said, all my translation, we always say Prabhupada is mood, but actually Prabhupada did say like that. He said, bhavartha means what you feel when you are reading the Bengali to translate in English, do that way translation. Put it your own word, not word to word like a... That's why you see the synonymous Prabhupada and the translation doesn't match sometimes. It's like a little... because his feeling he's expressing. So it's very nice. So Sputapad is by the grammarian in Navadvip, and they concluded, when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you're going to write down 1, 2, 3, like this, point on the Sputapad. Number 1, when you chant mantra, what happened? We come that the mantra goes through the ear and to the brain. No, to the heart. Mantra doesn't go to the brain, it goes from the ear to the heart. And mantra repetition, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When it comes in contact with Shuddha Sattva, it will burst out. Sputa means whoosh, means something going to explode in your heart. When?
When in contact with Shuddha.
Shuddha Sattva. So, what it will burst out? Then Lord Chaitanya added with it. He said, yes, we are not denying it. What you say, it is correct. It will burst out your inner realization. So write down. How you word it? One sentence.
Inner realization?
No, when you chant, it connects to the absolute, Shuddha Sattva or absolute. That time your inner realization will burst out. This is their opinion. And they say, and Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami Pad and Prabhupada also randomly used that. Atho Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grajjamindi Seva Unmukhi Jibbado Swayameva Spura. You know what is Spura?
Explosion.
Fountain. Like sprinkle, fountain. Same thing. Explosion. Yes. Same thing. So Mahaprabhu accepted that. Then he heard the other side. That Mahaprabhu also explained this to Prakashananda Saraswati Thakur. I found in Chaitanya Charitamrita where Mahaprabhu expressed this after Prakashananda was delivered. The other philosophy, I'm going to summarize, is called Mimamsabad, who are saying, no, nothing will happen within you. So they used to fight, they used to literally torture each other, like yelling each other. They had another opinion, they call Mimamsabad. They say, it is the chanting mantra. When you chant the mantra, they are not talking about Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in general. They say, when you chant the mantra, then the mantra itself will manifest when the heart will be connected with Shuddha Sattva. It is not that you are in a realization, nothing will come from you. It is what you are inviting, it will manifest. And Mahaprabhu also quoted that time, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Suddha Nitya Mukta Avinatat Nama Namina. So nothing new will come. That's also true. Mahaprabhu says nothing new will come. Rather, mantra itself will manifest. Who is mantra? Krishna himself. Yeah, that's true. Which mantra is chanting. But here is a Krishna mantra. So, then Mahaprabhu says the sound, the substance of the sound and possessor of the sound, all three are one substance. The name, possessor of the name, and the substance of the name, in the name, all are one. You can put it?
Is that for the last one?
Mimamsa. Yeah.
Oh.
It apparently, did you understand the fight was? One person said, the mantra will help for something coming out what is in me. You follow? Yeah. And the other philosopher, Mimamsavadi, says, no. It is the mantra will go there and he will manifest himself. You have nothing. You follow? Apparently opposite. But Mahaprabhu says, no, actually both are same. Both are same. That's how he reconciled. And literally he explained and made all this Pandit. This was his unconditional mercy. Made them devotee. That was like a very far out. He didn't even consider their offense or anything. He just literally made them devotee, instant. And they all accepted. And that's why we say, Nama Chintamani Auto Sri Krishna Namadi, both are actually same or the same time now. We have Krishna Prem, yes? Yes. Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya. Nitya Siddhasya Bhaktasya Bhavasya. Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya. This bhav is eternally in us. Nitya Siddha. But it will never, like the color of a emerald is what? Green. But you can never see the color of the emerald unless the flashlight comes. So somebody will say, no, flashlight actually creating the green. Somebody will say, no, green was there, not flashlight. You can fight, but both are right. Actually, if there is no flashlight, you can never find the green in the emerald. Is it true or not?
Yes.
If there is no light, impossible to prove this is green. It is true. So what is my feeling, love for God? How I am going to really exhibit that I am a lover of God? Is it possible ever if Shuddha Sattva connection from the heart of Radha Krishna through his eternal associate, through the heart of Guru comes in contact? Not possible. You understand? We have the love, at the same time it has to come down to ignite. Like Prabhupada said, outside fire will ignite the logs fire within. But if you don't bring outside Shuddha Sattva, not possible to prove that I am a lover of Krishna. So both are right, at the same time both are also individually right and collectively right. So it's very sweet. The Mahaprabhu, such a nice way he delivered them and he explained them. So both are true. We have love, also we need love from outside. That's why we have to surrender to Sadhu Guru. And by their mercy, the love that within us there will come out. Yes, Prabhu.
I was wondering how we can further develop that kind of realization through, in other words, that mercy that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed through to them by giving them that special mercy.
Just go and take birth where Mahaprabhu is doing Leela. That's a shortcut. And join the club of arguing.
Just like that.
Well, come on.
This also is very nice, you didn't use it. This also answered my previous question to you earlier. What you just explained.
So, process we are doing is called Sadhan Avinivesya Bhav. Sadhan Avinivesya Bhav means there is two types of mercy manifesting in Jaiva Dharma explained. One is Prasajya Bhav and Sadhan Avinivesya Bhav. Prasadya Bhav means by the mercy of those who has love for the Lord, who are eternally serving, by their mercy manifesting in three ways: by the glance, by their word, by their heart feeling towards the other. Harda, heart to heart. So that's there. Also sadhana vinivesya bhav has a two division. One is you follow rigidly the process, and eventually you will come gradually to a stage called ruchi, and you will start tasting. Or if you want easy access, then start hearing about more and more on Krishna. You can literally escape most of it. You will be following rules, regulation, but you can jump into ruchi right away. But generally tendency is, I like to listen less. Just doing my 60 now and then, busy with my making ice cream or whatever. Busy with life. But if we hear, buy $64 Prabhupada's entire records and put it in your ear and just leave it on. Keep on going. If we have a taste to hear, feeling, like I feel to really hear, and if I cannot hear for a few hours, I feel a little disturbed. I want to hear. I want to grab a book or hear from somebody about Krishna. This is this utkantita. Three things if you have. Krishna himself had a problem. Krishna exhibiting with Brinda Devi. Because when Srimati Radhika's sulkiness, he wanted to meet but could not meet. So Brinda Devi gave him a Gayatri mantra. And you know the problem, Krishna is mischievous. In order to chant Gayatri, you have to be quiet, peaceful, and chant, close your eye and think on the Ishtadev, Mantropasana Mai. Then your absorption will manifest that Mantropasana Mai Vigraha. But Krishna could not do it. Because every few minutes is looking, did she hear? Is she here? Is she here? Because that's what he is. Krishna is like this. He can't meditate. That's why his name is, what is his name? Yogeshwara. He's not Yogeshwara. Yogi, Yoga. He's Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara, Shiva is the head, not Krishna. Means amongst the yogi, Shiva is the best. Among the Yoga Ishvara, Krishna is the best. That's why, and last sloka of Bhagavad Gita verse, Jatra Yogeshwara, Krishna. Krishna is Yogeshwara.
What's different?
He can only give you mercy, benediction. He is not going to show you how to be a best yogi. Krishna cannot. Shiva can. That's all he does whole day night. Thinking what Krishna is doing, where is he, how is he here, is he there, whole day night meditating. Shiva is perfect. Shiva is so perfect. He is a first class yogi. Krishna cannot sit down and do yoga. His expansion does, Narayana Rishi did, many other. But Krishna himself in Vrindavan never does yoga. And if he try, after 1 minute he's finished. So Brinda Devi comes back, oh, you can never invite her. I have a secret. Krishna says, give me the secret. He said, you chant the
Name of Radha.
Name of Radha. Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Where is that story from? There is a two-part of it. In Caitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila chapter 4, Prabhupada gave a poetic translation of this. Kasmat Brinde Hari Kutospi. Oh Brinde, where are you coming from? Oh, I am coming from Kunda. Kunda means Radha Kunda. Hari Pada Mulai. I am coming from the lotus feet of the Lord. Oh, what is he doing? So like this. Guru Kaha. Or he is dancing. he's getting trained in learning dancing. Prabhupada put a very nice line by line, like a little poetic translation. It was very nice. I was like, wow. I'm sure Prabhupada loved it. Otherwise, why would he did it? It's like very artistic way of poetic form translation. And then it says, what is he doing? Or he says, Shikshanam, Nitta Shikshanam. Nitta means dancing. He's learning how to dance. He's learning dance. Guru kaha, who is the guru, teacher? Then Binda Devi says, oh, tasma pati chabi. Everything he sees around is all your reflection. So he's going in the tree moving, he's going like this, and the reflection, he doesn't see tree or anything. He's seeing Radharani in everything. Then he's chanting Radharani's name, then Radharani felt very compassionate, then she immediately went there. So question, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami write this compose, that how is that possible? Krishna instantly got Radharani before he could not get? He had three things in this philosophy of three philosophies. He had three things. One is Utkantha. He was very eager to meet. We are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I need $500 more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Am I inviting Krishna or I need $500 more? Which one? When Haridas Thakur is chanting, he said, Gufai Karen, Krishna Krishna Karen Haridas, Krishna Asiben, Gufai Karen Krishna Nam Haridas, Krishna Asiben Eitarman. All the time he is absorbed. When Krishna is coming, when Krishna is coming. Every time Haridas Thakur is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. He is so busy all the time thinking, is he here? Is he here? Is he here? Whole life he is just chanting like this. Until he met Advaita Acharya and Mahaprabhu. He was like, always thinking like Krishna will come any minute, any minute, any minute. I was like, actually Krishna was there, but the intensity was so nice. So Krishna had this intensity, Utkantha. No, it's very practical. Even, when I remember I used to chant before, it was horrible. I used to just chant and thinking like, if I have one more, maybe 5,000 more, I couldn't buy this empty land. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. I don't know what the Naam will give. It says Namo Chintamani. The translation Prabhupada translated Chintamani?
Touchstone.
No, Prabhupada translated wish fulfilling tree. Wish fulfilling.
Gem, no?
Wish fulfilling gem. So I'm thinking of the $5,000. How Krishna will come? $5,000 will come. Maybe. That's also you have to work hard. Like this.
It will come and then you will lament.
Yeah. Thank you. So chanting time should be focused. Literally, we should hear proper pronunciation in the service attitude. So I said we are going to discuss one day. I don't know where, when, but we must discuss one day thoroughly that meditational mood, what service mental attitude we should have. And it works so nice. I don't know anybody else, but I'm trying to follow, and it itself already makes so happy that you will never want to give up chanting.
We should do a japa retreat.
So then, anyway, so this is one. What are the two things Krishna had? One is Utkantha. He wanted to see Radha. He's looking every time, even peeking, he cannot finish his chanting. Om, is she here? Om Bhur Bhuva. He's supposed to finish the mantra properly and thinking, but he's thinking all that. He was very eager, number one. Number two, he's very focused on object, goal, what he wants. He was not just busy, he was very focused. And number three was, he was absorbed, fully absorbed. Because these three things he had, Radharani manifested there, right there and there. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says it's not possible if a devotee has these three things and Krishna will not appear in the heart. He says even a moment's spurti, if Krishna comes, all your subtle body is finished. You are not the physical body, you are not the subtle body, but difficult to give up subtle body. Physical body you will give up. Subtle body you cannot give up. We are interested to dissolve the subtle body, not physical body. Everybody is with me? We are not interested to destroy this body. This body is like a rental property, you keep it as long as it's supposed to be there. Maintain it healthy. Nice, not neglecting. It is Krishna's property, we must utilize. We should. But subtle body, we should try to finish it. Subtle body you cannot finish with anything of physical world. It has to be only bhakti. Kapil Dev says, Jarayatasu ja kosham. Kosham. The same word is given to Mother Devahoti. Jarayatasu ja kosham nirginam analo jata. Just like in the fire you put anything, it burns to ashes. Bhakti is so powerful that all this kosha, all this subtle body will be finished. All this subtle body will be finished. If we keep on performing bhakti, for sure. Kapil Dev is giving. So we are interested of subtle body, we should destroy. But we cannot destroy subtle body. Physical body people does, poison and all this, but this is worse. Physical body we should not. We should maintain this body nicely so we can do bhajan. Subtle body we must destroy. This should be our goal. Destroy means it has to dissolve, disappear. The false ego, false mind, false intelligence, they have to go. But you cannot dissolve without bhakti. Only bhakti can do it. Okay, somebody had a raised hand, otherwise we'll stop. Yeah.
How could someone be focused on something and not be absorbed in it? It seems like those three are like two.
You mean, no, that's not true. That's not true. Speaker is speaking. I used to do that. I could hear the speaker, but actually I'm thinking something else. It never happened to you.
It's happened to me, but if I'm focused on a goal, then I would be absorbed.
But these three things Krishna had, which is interrelated, you can say, interrelated. But these three things, he was enthusiastic, utkanta.
Eager.
Utkanta means, utkanta actually the word utkanta, that the king take the prisoner and sink under the water and then just for a moment, again. When he comes out, he's like, how desperate to leave. I'll do anything to leave. This is called utkanta. Kanta is here. Utkanta means just above the water. By the neck. You are desperate to get it. I don't know if desperate word is. You never sink in the water, so you don't know really how it is painful. They have a seminar in one time, I remember in San Diego, they said this rich man, the neighbor, poor neighbor, one boy says, I'm going to ask this man. So he goes, says, sir, you are so rich. I want to learn how to become rich like you. So I'll tell you later. So one day, this boy said, I'm tired of hearing you always say, later, later, later. Why don't you just tell me? You don't want me to be, because you want me to be remain poor. Okay, sonny, come here. I'll take you. Come to the swimming pool. He took him to the swimming pool. And in a swimming pool, how it goes down, deeper water. So he took him. Oh, how far I go? He took him there and pushed him down. And after a while, he punched him. How did you feel to get out? Well, you tried to kill me. He said, exactly that point. He said, what do you mean? You tried to kill me? He said, no. How did you feel to survive, to stay alive? How did you feel? You cannot express this until you are in that position. Then you really feel, experience feeling that you will do anything to survive or stay alive. You punch or whatever you do, just want to get out. He said, when you have that kind of intensity, you will find out how to become rich. So it's kind of like this. But then you may think, well, should I invite disaster? No. We should not invite anything. We should ask for intensity. Yes?
I'm just thinking of a couple of examples that might help with the difference between focus and absorption. Like when, I forget, Dhritarashtra, Dronacharya, whoever.
Arjuna.
He was asking all of these first Duryodhana and different warriors to focus, to shoot the eye of the bird, and first they had. So some of them, they focused on the eye of the bird, but they also could see the tree and the bird's wings, and so forth, but Arjuna was the only one who he focused on the eye of the bird, and he saw only the eye of the bird. And then there's the other story about the arrow maker, who was so absorbed in making his arrows that he didn't even notice when a whole procession, kingly royal procession, passed right by his shop with the band and everything. And even for us, meditations had that experience where you're reading a book and you can focus on the book, but again you're aware of what's going on around you, and then there's times when you get so absorbed in the story that you lose all sense and all awareness of everything.
Very good. Yes, this is true. This is true. Even mundane world. You're talking about even in mundane world this happen. So spiritually, so the focus should be one thing first. Watch one. The goal. Goal should be so attractive, then the absorption will come automatically. The goal has to be most attractive. We actually took a vow that we should discuss the goal of life every week, no? Difference perception, we're supposed to discuss that, no? I thought so.
Else.
We should do that in one class at least. The goal of life for 15 minutes. Every week, new way to look at it. From different acharya, what they say about goal of life. Ramananda Rai is the biggest, real, gradual, step-by-step conclusion of Ramananda Rai Sangbad. The real, step-by-step, graded how to convince the Braja Bhakti is the highest and why, everything. But in order to grasp that, you have to go from Varnashram to Karmarpana, then Varnashram Tag. Very nice gradual progression. That will take long time. We didn't do teachings of Lord Chaitanya. It's already 9 o'clock.
What are the 3 Sanskrit words?
Utkanta, Avesh, Ishtadev. Krishna did not think, well, I would like to meet Radha. No. I will not stay alive without her. Was like very clear. If the goal is focused, so we should do it. One class we should have like compulsory 15 minutes. And please also endeavors, if you see anywhere any written goal of life, just catch it and bring it here so everybody can share. Yes?
What was Tantric Bad?
Huh?
The Tantric Bad.
You talk about Sputavad and Manamsavad, but you never touched on Tantra.
But that's what the Tantric Bhat, the whole veil. They think, the mistake Mahaprabhu says in the Tantric Bhat, they think that where the thinking, willing, feeling, you know where the thinking, willing, feeling in your body? The material feeling, where is the material feeling? Where the physical body meet the subtle body, it's also subtle. That junction where they meet, how they meet, this is where the feeling is, material feeling. When you say spiritual feeling is very subtle, the soul feeling is way far. Material feeling and spiritual feeling is never one, never same thing. Material feeling is where with this physical body, and I have a subtle body, at night I dream, that's another Pran Govinda Das. These two body where they meet, this meeting place is the thinking, willing, feeling of the material. Where the mind is supposed to be under intelligent, and it takes a reverse. The intelligent goes under mind. It's bad, very bad. So the mind will tell intelligent what to do. It's very bad. Bhoga Ishwarja Prashaktana. That time Bhoga means I'm the enjoyer. I want to enjoy. This is the predominating. Bhoga Ishwarja Prashaktanam. Taya aparito chetosam. The intelligence is stolen and put it under my mind. In Bhagavad Gita explain this. You had a question?
I did.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone else. Anyways, so when I finally get to chant, I've been with my girls all day. And so many things are going on in my mind, like you're saying. So that first round is usually terrible because I'm chanting and trying to hear it, and I'm reminding myself, no, hear Hare Krishna, like just hear those words. But I do have so many things in my mind from trying to calm down. Usually the second round is better, and then if I can go a little more, then that one's even better. But
sometimes you may even find, like when you start chanting, the more thought comes than ever before.
yes, it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I just want to finally
Because chanting is also like it creates a vacuum in your heart. It literally burns. Like they give an example, like when you have an empty pot, I don't know, in America you take it to a pond and you fill it up the water, and when you put the pot, like push it down for water to fill it, like water comes from every angle. So when the mind is literally getting like burned out, empty, then all the desire like attacking same time. You feel like, yes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh, I supposed to call him. But 5 minutes before he was not there. All of a sudden you started chanting, now all these ideas is coming. Oh, I supposed to call Pavitra, how he's doing? I wonder, okay. Chanting time it starts like, this is true. And then?
Well, I find if I go and sit by our Tulsi, if I can do that, that helps if I'm chanting near her. But a lot of times it's not like that, so I wanted to ask you from that...
You mean in front of Tulsi?
Just in front of her. I'll go and sit next to her, you know.
I chant every day in front of Tulsi.
That, it helps me, but if I'm not at home or not by my Tulsi and I get a minute to chant that round, I just want to know how to, focus my mind.
Maybe, okay, maybe, let me think, maybe we'll have a little japa class. Only initiated devotee.
I'm not initiated.
Me.
Because service cannot begin without Guru. I mean, it can, I should not say that. But you have to have some, well, you accept Prabhupada, your spiritual master or someone.
So I can sit by and he can teach me then.
Yeah, your husband is your Guru.
Chief Maharaj gave you something, no? I was
So,
there with you.
You think like that, but it has to be under guidance.
He gave you a japa. He gave you a
Okay, later on you
I
talk.
asked for it, but it wasn't like I remember.
Mother Lavanga Manjari, later ask. She should know better. If I took initiation, I should know
I
better.
didn't accept like that at that moment for me.
Yes, bro.
It wasn't in my heart this time.
I don't ever hear that you're gonna do japa teachings and people has to be initiated.
Huh?
But I never hear that you're gonna teach people how to chant japa or Mahamad has to be initiated.
This is for the initiated devotee. There is always difference because Gayatri Mantra holder, they have a special. It should not be taken lightly. Those who are Gayatri Mantra God, this is not just a mantra from a book. It's coming from the heart of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. There's Suddha Sattva connection coming. It should not be taken. You cannot speak.
Are you saying about chanting Gayatri Mantra or Mahamantra?
Mahamantra also. Mahamantra for general public is one. For the initiated devotee, then why Harinam? Why need Harinam? Huh? Why you need Harinam from a bona fide guru?
Yes, but in order to teach how to chant is for everybody.
For everybody you can do. That is difference. But those who take Harinam, there is a speciality.
Because remember,
Because under guidance, everybody did not take under guidance. Harinam means you have taken under guidance. You are entering school.
Everybody's in the guidance here. My Prabhupada.
That's why they have to have that means you put that mark. You have to have a under guidance Anugatya surrendering mode. Then they will think, oh, I don't have. Then Prabhupada is there. They have to come on their own. That they have taken somebody they are following. If you do not put that under guidance, then the whole discussion cannot start.
But when
You understand the concept?
Yes, but at the same time, it's like instead of like inspiring people, just cannot.
No, this is not for non-devotees. This is for those devotees who wants to follow. Who wants to follow. Those who wants to follow. For general class, that is different. We have that. Everyday class is general. But those who have under guidance, for them there has to be boost. There has to be boost to continue. There is a significance of under guidance. We can never underestimate the position of Guru. There will be a problem. More Guru's tattva, Guru's glory is established to the heart of a disciple, better they will be situated and peaceful. If they are peaceful, they can make 10 more devotee. Easy. If they are not peaceful, how they will make devotee? You have to keep on inviting some new people, and some old people are going also exit door. You follow? There has to be some kind of attraction for a disciple towards their Guru's position. Guru is not just physical body. Physical body, sannyas is there, but Guru is Krishna conscious person. He is a representative of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. That has to be more intimately established. That's why the Harinam is given. Harinam that contains this. Then Gayatri Mantra is given. Very high. We generally never speak these things in public, Sunday feast or anything.
Yeah, but I don't see any contradiction that the Guru's position with like teaching how to do better japa to the devotees who are following, even if they are not initiated.
Well, he can tell me.
No, they have to have under guidance. In holy name.
They're in the process, right? I mean, they're not denying the Guru's position, just in the process. At a certain moment of their life, they're going to just get inspired by somebody and they're going to just formally get initiated.
Why? You want to invite the public?
No, public.
So what is the use of discussing it?
You're just saying initiated and not initiated.
Initiated means they have to be accepted some authority. If they cannot accept authority, then this class, we are not talking about any class. Every class anybody can come. But those who have accepted the authority, that they want to surrender that person, then it's easy.
So meaning people like Namba and Bai's wife, they can, you're seeing a difference between them and the general public.
Correct.
Can I tell you one thing that I'm going to be open? I met Gurudev, and I've met Madam Maharaj. I also met Tirtha Maharaj. And for some reason, there were connections, but I wasn't ready to give my heart. And I've cried to Abai after I've met his Gurudev. Why wasn't I ready? And it's because my heart wasn't ready. But he did give me his mercy, and I can see that now. But I see what Prabhu was saying. I can come, but you have to give your heart, because then it really means something to you when you're chanting it. Otherwise, if you haven't given your heart to your Gurudev, then there is something missing, because he is your connection. So I see why it is restricted to those who have made that decision. I don't feel left out.
But maybe it wasn't you,
but there
maybe
can be a
it wasn't
goal.
like who you're supposed to be
but he
initiated
can give
by.
me a goal or some idea of something I can meditate on, so I can get to that point where I am ready to give my heart. And I do
But I was
understand
wondering
this.
if then the class wouldn't then be inspiration, like he was saying, for those people in her position.
Yeah. It is for her also, it is for them also, but in a position like this is just me, it hurts me more when somebody took initiation and they don't chant, they don't do anything. It hurts me. It's not that they are not hurting me, it just I feel like, is there a way something I can inspire them? I can only disobey my Guru when I don't see his position, his word is so powerful. I don't disobey eating food when I'm hungry. So obviously they don't. They don't have enough understanding on authority, the guru, Prabhupada's position, any guru's position, they don't have. Otherwise, why they would not chant?
Maintaining some material attachment, even after hearing so many instructions on the matter.
Yeah. So there has to be some kind of. If there is a 10 sincere devotee, really very dedicated, this 10 sincere devotee can literally make more progress. In the beginning, even Prabhupada, after 500 disciples, he said, now stop. We have to do boiling, milk boiling. There's a whole lecture about it. But Tamal Krishna Maharaj changed to Prabhupada's view. And I was talking to Pushkar Prabhu about it. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, no Prabhupada, you keep on initiating, we are going to start it and then you can train us. But some or other didn't continue that way. But Prabhupada had a sincere desire to train 500 and that's enough. Then they can literally make more. So those who are initiated means they have under guidance and they should be encouraged to go on. If they are more going on, they can easily convince others because they have some underlining strong attachment to this process and the lotus feet of their spiritual master. It has an effect. Initiation is not enough. Initiation entrance to the school. Graduation is required. That pleasing Guru is important. So it's required. Anyway, we'll think. We don't know the date or anything yet. We'll think about it. Yes, ma'am.
Like a while ago, when we were reading the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where it says very clearly that if you don't have a spiritual master, you're not initiated, you're not going to do any something not progress. And I ask you, so why should I chant if I'm not initiated? And
you accepted Prabhupada as the authority, you said.
Yeah.
So then, Prabhupada does not have to be physically present at this moment, but he can be if you invite him. Then he will guide you to come to somebody. It is up to you. You have to accept. My whole point is that you have to accept your authority. If anybody chant without accepting any authority, they will not see the result. They will not maintain, guaranteed.
Yeah, but when you say you're going to do a class on that, but only for initiated people, is...
Well, I don't mean initiation is like a formally sitting in front of a fire. Okay. Initiation means you have an authority. You accept an authority. You know, those days, they were so heavy. Madhacharya's time, because those Sankara followers, even Ramanujacharya's time, they did not accept the authority. In the debate, if the opposition Mayavadi are defeated, Shankaracharya followers defeated, and they still continued, then Madhacharya complained to the king that they defeated, still they are preaching. Then Madhacharya challenged, hey, you will be killed all. Either you come to the conclusion and you got defeated, then run away from there. And same thing repeated with Ramanujacharya. Nowadays it's like a Jaga Khichuri. You take initiation, then you give up, you become something else. This is not inspiring. We should help those who at least has come inside. You follow? Initiation is kind of like I heard one example that it's kind of like we are not supposed to see flower on the beautiful bushes and smell. But if that flower is offered to the Lord, then everybody smell, right? In the temple we do. But on the street, if there is a nice flower tree, we don't do that, because everything belongs to Krishna. So similarly, when a flower is like a devotee, a soul came to Krishna's lotus feet, now he is embraced or served by every devotee. So those soul has come, we should do our best to keep them growing. And through them, because they had some initial attraction already, through them you can convince more people than looking for new people. Imagine if we had all these devotees, they are so seriously really serving, we would have a different revelation. But Maya has her tricks. I'm not blaming Maya, but she has diverted so much, unearthed so much. So many devotees don't even chant 16 rounds, and it's sad. So we should not complain, but at the same time we should try to help as much possible for them to come. Yes, Prabhu. This discussion will go till midnight if we... Go ahead.
No, not if I lost everyone's attention.
They are already gone. Next week. But we'll think about it. We will to do maybe 2 days or 3 days just. Nice. Initiated means just accepted authority. Accept Prabhupada, some authority you have. Accept some guru. Jai Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
But if they're coming to your class, then they must be accepting you as authority.
I'm not